Hi tech lovers, welcome back to Fast Cabling. Today we're solving a real-world puzzle. Imagine this, you've got a long private road, maybe for a farm, a business park, a community, and you need to install security cameras along it. Sounds simple, right? Just run some cables. But here's the catch. The spots where you need cameras are hundreds of meters apart and you've got 4 separate locations. And running a separate network cable or even a separate fiber line all the way back to the main building for each camera, there's tons of trenching, tons of conduits, and tons of money. So what's the obvious budget-friendly idea? Daisy chaining. You run one line out to the first switch, then to the second, to the third, and so on. It seems perfect. One cable, multiple stops. But here's the thing about daisy chaining network switches, especially over long distances outdoors. It's a house of cards. First, every switch you add introduces a tiny bit of latency. Delay. For few cameras, it's nothing, but as you scale, it adds up. Second, and this is the critical one, you create a single point of failure. Many of them actually. Now let's say if the switch at this location fell, has a bad day, struck by lightning, whatever you name it, everything after it goes offline. Your whole surveillance system for half the road goes dark. That's not security, that's a liability. So we need a solution that's cost effective as running a single cable, but as reliable as running 4 separate ones. It sounds impossible, but it's not, because we built it. And the secret to our solution, we stop thinking in a line and start thinking in a star. Instead of daisy chaining switches through each other, we give each of our 4 outdoor locations its own dedicated robust network switch. But instead of running 4 separate fiber all the way back, we run just one single fiber optic cable to serve as the backbone for all of them. Now, think of this 4-string fiber optic cable like a tree. It has one thick trunk and with branches going out to each switch. So this is our solution. A single fiber backbone plus distributed outdoor PoE switches. It gives us local power and data at each camera site with a super reliable dedicated data highway back to the home base. So let's build it step by step. So step 1, the fiber backbone. The heart of this system is the fiber. And we're not running one fragile string, we're running a robust cable. And for 4 locations, we used our 4-string pre-terminated single-mode fiber optic cable. Why 4 strings? Simple math. Each location needs 1 string to receive data from the control room. And our 4-string fiber optic cable is already inside the termination box to protect them and also for the tidiness. And since we're using the termination box, that's why we need fiber patch cord to connect it back to our control room. And we're connecting to 2 locations today, so I'm going to plug in 2 fiber patch cord. Back to our control room, we have our fiber managed switch. It has 8 SFP slots and also 8 Ethernet ports. And we're using this BD SFP modules. Now these clever little transceivers send and receive data on a different wavelength over one single string. So one string gives us a full 2-way link. And with 4-string, we have a dedicated data link for each of our 4 switch locations. No sharing, no congestion. So plug it into our SFP slots. And why pre-terminated? Because this cable comes from the factory with the LC connectors perfectly attached and tested. This is a massive time saver. No messy, expensive fusion splicing on sites in the wind and dirt. It's plug and play, so just plug it into our SFP modules. And using a short patch cord, to connect the Ethernet port to our network video recorder so we can display video footage. So for the fiber optic cable, we just unroll it, carefully respecting the band radius, and plug it into our switches. And here's a huge pro tips. Always get more length than you think you need. Coil the extra neatly at each location. It's cheap insurance for future moves or repairs. Step 2. Fortifying each knot. Now we get to the most overlooked yet critical part of any outdoor network. Surge protection. Here's the truth bomb. The fiber itself is incredibly tough. Light isn't afraid of lightning. So the weak point is the power running your equipment. At every single one of our 4 locations where we bring in that fiber and connect it to the switch, we must install a surge protector. In our case, since we had AC at each site, so we used an AC optical power surge protector. It's housed in a waterproof enclosure because it's living outside. This little box sits between the incoming fiber and the switch. It has built-in LC connector for the fiber. Its sole job is to be the sacrificial hero. If a power surge from a lightning strike or grid instability comes screaming down the line, this protector absorbs that massive joint. It's rated for 2.5 kV surges and responds in less than 25 nanoseconds to clamp it down. But you must ground it. This is very important. It also has built-in fuse to stop excessive currents. Now this is our circuit breaker and this is the surge protector itself. You can see our 4-string fiber optic cables come in here and connected to the back. Now we are connecting one fiber patch cord directly to the switch and also another 4-string fiber optic cable to our second location. And the power comes out here, so now we have safe energy to our outdoor switch. And without this, a single surge could travel down the line and take out every single expensive piece of equipment. So 1 per knot is non-negotiable. So here's step 3. The brains at each site. Now for the star of the show at each location, we have our outdoor PoE switch. Now this isn't your indoor desktop switch. This is a rugged industrial grade workhorse. We use a managed outdoor switch with SFP slots. And this device does 3 crucial jobs. Let me turn on the power. First, it takes the incoming fiber optic signal via its SFP slots and convert it into standard Ethernet for the local network. First, plug in our SFP module and connect with our fiber patch cord. Second, it uses its PoE Plus port to deliver both data and power to up to 4 devices, cameras, Wi-Fi access point, or lights at that location. No extra power cable needed. So let's plug it into a bullet camera at location 1. And third, this is the key, it's built for harsh life. It has an IP67 waterproof IK10 vandal-proof metal housing, can operate from -30 to 60 degrees, and it has its own carrier grade 6 kV surge protection on its port, so it's a mini fortress. Now let's follow our fiber optic cable and to our location 2. Basically, we're doing exactly the same thing. We have our surge protector connected to our fiber optic cable in the back. And for this one, we also need to connect to a fiber patch cord and turn on the power and also to ground it. Again, our outdoor PoE switch. Let's plug in the SFP slots and the fiber patch cord. And sending both power and data to our pan tilt zoom camera at location 2. So it received both power and data. Now, what if we don't have AC power at the sites? That's the beauty of our outdoor switch. You simply swap the AC protector for a DC model and pair our switch with a solar power or composite cable that delivers power over the fiber. The principle remains the same. So let's visualize our system now. At the main building, we have our core network switch. From it, we run that single tough 4-string fiber optic cable out along the road. At location 1, we break out one string into the surge protector, then into our outdoor PoE switch. And we do the same at location 2, 3, and 4, and so on. Each site is independent. If the switch at location 3 fails, location 1, 2, and 4 keeps working perfectly. We've eliminated that single point of failure that daisy chaining creates. And here are 2 pro tips from the trenches. First, about bandwidth. It's easy to think fiber equals infinite speed, but remember, all the camera footage from location 2, 3, and 4 eventually travel back over that one string going to location 1 switch, then to the core. So if you are adding dozens of high-resolution cameras, plan ahead. You can use a switch with a higher capacity uplink or use VLANs to segment traffic, designed for the data, not just the distance. Second, design for failure and the future. We used a 4-string cable for our 4 sites, but if I were doing it again, I would seriously consider a cable with 8 or more strings. Why? The extra strings cost a little more upfront, but they're a lifesaver. One spare string is your instant backup if your main string gets damaged, so no rerunning cable. And the others, they're ready for future expansion. Adding more cameras, a license plate reader, or weather station is the smartest upgrade you can budget for. So there you have it. By combining a robust multi-string fiber backbone, mandatory surge protection at every knot, and industrial-strength outdoor PoE switch, we turned a problematic daisy chain into a resilient star network. It saved on fiber costs, eliminating critical failure points, and built a system that can last for years, rain or shine. Now, what do you think? Have you tackled a similar install? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you found this deep dive helpful, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more real-world tech solutions. Now, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you in our next video.